How's it going, everybody? A little change of tune today as I go into something that is considered divisive on the internet, and I'm not trying to add to the flames of the internet with the drama and all that, but I am going on a little bit of a rant, but with a purpose and with hopefully an answer. So it's not just a rant here. And before I go any further, I just want to say that this isn't meant to be any slight or anything on consoles. I really don't want to hear any of the console war, PC wars crap. You can go somewhere else for that. Thank you very much. And I always just want for everyone to be able to enjoy all games and content, mods, etc. However, this video does have a focus on PC because we are talking about what the Fallout 4 Next Gen update means to PC, and really just a further issue beyond the Fallout 4 Next Gen update, but just it's the most recent example, but really just updates to Bethesda games on PC in general. And I want to start by saying that I firmly believe that if Bethesda wants to use the modding community as a marketing tool to bolster their sales, the least they could do is work with the community a little and not just acknowledge the modding community when it's beneficial, but then ignore it when the modding community is inconvenient. If you're going to use modding as a marketing tool, then make good on the other end and truly support it. Okay, so some of you are probably just thinking in your heads, right? Like, what are you talking about? They do support it. Like, you can, this, like, that's the whole shtick with Bethesda, right? Like, you're an idiot. Well, yeah, they do support it to some degree by, giving the community the tools to create amazing creations within their game and engine, and that's something that's truly fantastic. It's really created something that, some other devs such as CDPR have taken on. But call me greedy, because what has started to irk me is an ongoing issue on PC and became recently more relevant, again, due to the divisive update of the Fallout 4 Next Gen update. So I just thought it's a good time to talk about it, especially because I've been ranting in my friends' ears repeatedly that this update should have been withheld for PC specifically. So finally, I just decided, you know what, it's such a topic in my head, and I usually on this channel avoid, divisive and negative kind of things, but I've realized lately that I should, there's an ebb and flow, there's a good and bad, and all of it's part of life, and I just think that, I don't want to ignore that kind of stuff, and I should talk about it when I feel like I want to, because this is my channel, and yeah. So anyways, besides that, I do believe that this update should have been withheld for just PC and been pushed to console because it was beneficial to console. It did plenty of good things for them, but for PC it really did nothing. Of course, I'm not trying to say the update was perfect for console. I mean, I saw some clips and stuff, and it's definitely not perfect, but at least the problems were brought in with actually new content, whereas for PC, so many already existing mods cover what was in this update, and if anything, the mods do it so much better. I mean, the Enclave being added, yeah, cool, but there's literally a mod, an entire mod that adds the Enclave to the story of the game, and you can have them included that way, which is such a better way to include them than just, random camps and stuff being put around or whatever that update did. It's just a better version of it with a mod that already existed, and now it's broken and I can't use it. Well, that's exaggerative. I can use it. I just have to ignore the update, which plenty of people are doing. Look at the front page of Nexus mods, at least right now, and it probably will be for the next week or so. The hottest mod is basically just a mod that lets you ignore the update on Steam. So obviously with this update came a lot of breaking things on PC, especially obviously for modders, but even outside of that, actually, there was an issue discovered where load times and stuff became longer on PC, at least from, a handful of people I watched and read things from, and yeah, it's just an issue. So that sucks. But beyond that, it broke a lot of mods, obviously, which is why I'm here talking about it, and the issue becomes that yes, they can be fixed, but the issue becomes that it's more complicated than that, and there's mod authors that aren't doing that anymore. They're not gonna, bother to keep up with updates and stuff anymore. They're done with whatever they, programming or modding or whatever. They're done with it. And so there's mods that still won't get updated and won't be able to be used in further updates. So that's an issue in and of itself because, I mean, if you check the Nexus mods page, there's so many mods. So there's definitely going to be some that are just lost to time, right? An answer for this issue specifically, I don't know if I have one, but I do have an issue, yeah. I do have an answer kind of for the future, and I'll get to that in just a moment. So speaking of the future, we don't just lose mods from the past when things like this happen, but mods also get delayed. And yeah, I'm going there. I'm talking about Fallout 4 London. This is such an amazing creation, and I cannot thank the people that made it enough. I think the appreciation for this mod needs to be louder than the drama, and I'm using it, so I guess I'm contributing a little bit to that drama. But my point in this video isn't just to rant and whine about how my spoiled self and how I can't have my Fallout and mod it too. I know I'm repeating myself here by saying this, but I'm not here to contribute to the fire that is the internet, but I just firmly believe that if Bethesda wants to use the modding community as a marketing tool to bolster their sales, the least they could do is work with the community a little and not just acknowledge the modding community when it's beneficial, but then ignore the modding community when it's inconvenient. I know I already said that, but I just want to make sure that my point gets across, and I think a good way that Bethesda could go about this is to go straight to the source. I know that asking Bethesda Studios to work with each individual mod author / team that creates a mod, that's just too much. So my proposal is to go to the source and work with the script extender team. There's a lot of mods that depend on this, and it may not solve every issue, but I am confident it would help a lot and make things a little smoother for the community Bethesda loves so much. I mean, they love it so much that they're willing to use it as a marketing tool. And I think that speaks volumes about, you know, what the community means to them and what it means for their games. So just, you know, I get that you support it by letting it happen, but at this point, you're kind of, you know, you want to use it as something more. So why don't you just give a little more? And maybe some people think I'm crazy for asking that from a company, because it's a company, it's a business, they only care about money. But guess what? Good publicity equals more money, because people see that, and whether a business sees it or not, good publicity is going to earn you money. And that's why I brought up Fallout 4 London, because it's a perfect example. They said themselves that they're just waiting for the script extender to get updated so they can then update to the new version. So if Bethesda worked with the script extender team, it alleviates some of the delay and helps a major pipeline in the modding community get accelerated. Does it solve everything? No, but it shows effort, and like I said, it's just better publicity. And if you're going to use modding as a marketing tool, then how could good publicity about modding, you helping modders, that's only a plus in my book. It probably would take a very small amount of, like, a couple of people or something. I don't know. I'm not a dev. I don't pretend to know this stuff, but I can't imagine it would take a lot of resources for Bethesda Studios to reach out to the script extender team and just kind of work with them a little bit, so that when this update drops, the script extender update drops at the same time, and then all these modders and mod authors and mods can, you know, they can all get to work day one and put out their updates ASAP or whenever they want to, but it would definitely make things happen faster. So it doesn't fix everything, but it certainly alleviates some issues and some frustration. And personally, I think it just goes a long way, and it could be the start to something even greater. It could, you know, maybe Bethesda looks into how to get the script extender to work on consoles. I mean, that's been a huge thing. It's been a huge block for consoles. At least maybe they could get it to work on Xbox. I know PlayStation is a whole nother thing entirely, and that's a whole nother issue, and they probably wouldn't even bother. Sadly, sorry PlayStation people, but Bethesda really doesn't, for some reason, like working on that console. But anyways, that's beside the point. And personally, I think Bethesda just needs to treat PC different from console, not because I want PC to get first class, but because they truly are different. Mods on PC just don't operate the same as console, and I hope someday that changes so mods can release everywhere and everyone everyone can enjoy them. But at the moment, that isn't the case. So in my opinion, they should be treated as separate entities. But anyway, that pretty much wraps up everything I had to say about this subject and all of my thoughts. I'm curious to hear from all of you. I'm so excited to see what all of you think down below that like button in the comments section. Let me know, do you think my proposal is something that's even feasible? Do you like it? Do you think there's something more they could do? Do you think how things are right now is just fine and I'm being a whiny crybaby? Let me know down below, and I can't wait to talk to y'all in the next one. Peace.